So in this video, this was a tournament at Tenmile Lake for the KFNW Kayak Fishing Northwest, and I think there was around 97 participants. And so we went. I got there like Wednesday, pre-fished Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The event was on Saturday, and so I learned a lot about bass fishing when it comes to spawning. There's a pre-spawn, there's a spawn, there's a post-spawn. And so when it comes to fish behavior, you really have to know what these bass are doing. Now, I do have forward-facing sonar for the Garmin. It's called Live View. And so because of my level of bass fishing, doesn't even come close to these top contenders. I still participate because it's something to do. I'm retired, and so I get to fish these lakes I've never been to before. 10 Mile being one of them. Never been there before, and this lake is huge if you've never fished it before, because there are all these arms. If you look up 10 Mile, I'll show a picture right here of what 10 Mile looks like. And you could go to the North Lake, the South Lake, and every one of those lakes has all these arms. Now they all have different behaviors because they have streams that feed into them. The North Lake has streams feeding from spring runoff, so that lake tends to be maybe a little cooler than the South Lake. And so when you're in a kayak and you only have 4 miles an hour tops, some of these guys have 6 miles an hour. You really have to plan your strategy on where these fish are, what they're doing. For this event, they were bedding. They're in their spawn mode, and so and you have to know how to recognize a bed and whether it's an active bed or not. Something I learned post-tournament. Some of these beds might be dead because someone pulled the fish off them and they either returned them into the lake somewhere where they couldn't get back to their bed, or they killed them, whatever. So I learned how to do shaky minnow with the forward-facing sonars, and some of these sites will say, "Oh, it's cheating." Well, it's in my case, it wasn't, because I didn't even come close to even getting my limit the day of the tournament, because, like I said, my bass acknowledgement is pretty limited. I'm only in my second year of doing tournaments, so I learned a ton last year. And every time I go fishing one of these lakes, it's a new experience on how to fish for these bass. And what's so different between bass and salmon, because I've been doing salmon for 25 years. I know my techniques for salmon, where the salmon are that I want to target and how I want to target them. And when it comes to bass, there are just times I am absolutely clueless on what I'm doing. But I'm learning. And so that's the fun part. Every time I go out, it's like, wait a minute, what lure is that? How come you're using that one? And how are you using that? Oh, you're using it that way. And so, I don't have the years of experience some of these guys do, but maybe I'm having more fun than there, because I'm learning, and learning is it's exciting. So anyway, in this video, you'll see a couple fish that I sniped using my forward-facing sonar, and there was a technique that I learned on the internet, and I put it into practice, and I got a couple fish doing that. And it's watching the fish on the sonar, on the forward-facing sonar, Live View, and watching how my bait reacts in the water at certain depths, I think was key. So there will come a time of the year where that's going to come into play. But for this event, it was the fish are spawning, and unless you know how to recognize bed and how to fish those beds. Now, I know bed fishing for bass can be taboo. Some people will say, "Oh, you're ruining the lake if you're going to do bed fishing." I get it, but it's a tournament and there's money riding on the line. And when there's money involved, all bets are off. You know, you're going to go after that big fat female that's guarding that nest off the side of the nest versus the male that's going to be on the nest, on the bed. So, you know, those are one of the things I learned throughout this tournament and actually post tournament. Elijah took me to a lake, showed me what a bed looks like, how to fish the bed, and I was kind of blown away on this technique and how well it works. And we caught a fish that day using that technique, and it was a very high pressured lake, and so these fish were absolutely finicky, but we still managed to get one. And so they gave me the confidence to maybe go back and bed fish, and I will keep my bed fishing limited to tournaments, you know, but I will practice from time to time and try to care for these fish as much as I can, because yeah, it's important that, you know, they be able to lay the eggs and give birth to their little saplings and keep this fishery going. So anyway, there's just in this video you'll see me with a couple fish, and I'm kind of excited because, you know, oh wow, I learned a new technique and I'm catching fish using this technique, and so that's always the cool part. And I'll also put in at the end of the video the bedfish that we caught at this particular lake. I'm not going to name the lake because it's already a high pressure lake, but it's somewhere between Portland and Eugene, somewhere in there, maybe. I don't know, maybe south of Eugene, who knows. Anyway, some of you might recognize it. It doesn't matter, but anyway. Remember, if you got something out of this video or you enjoyed it, give me that thumbs up. You want to see more like it, smash that subscribe button down there. Tight lines. See you on the water. Yeah, buddy. Another one. Oh. Holy cow.
Where's he at?
He's under it. Don't move it too much. I think it's just splashing too hard.
Oh, there he is.
Yep. He's coming up to it. He's pissed. Keep moving. He's turning away. Maybe not. Hold on. Come on. It's good. Yep, keep doing that. 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 Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Oh. Set it.
Holy cow.
Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on.
All right.
I got him on video too.
Right on.